Hiya, I'm Sarah K. Brandis of sarahkbrandis.com, small business marketing made simple for life coaches and authors. And this is episode 6 of Solopreneurship Made Simple. So today I'm going to talk to you about this idea of leaping into the void, which is probably something you hear in the entrepreneurial world. And it's this sort of whole big thing of, okay, you've been employed for a while, you're ready to take the leap and go full-time into your business, but it's absolutely terrifying. There's a lot of financial planning that goes into it. You've got to make sure that you can cover yourself financially. There's also all that emotional stuff that comes up around allowing yourself to do the scary thing, particularly if you're not the only person in your household and you've got people depending on you to keep the roof over their head as well. There's a lot of responsibility and a lot of emotion and a lot of stress that comes with this. So it's referred to as leaping into the void as a reason. And the really scary thing, not the really scary thing, but the really true thing about it is there's no simple, safe way to do it that I've found yet, because I know I'm always saying this, time is a finite resource. We don't have enough waking hours in the week to do a full-time job while starting a business and getting it off the ground. We can do bits, we can do part-time work, part-time side hustle, but it takes so long, and there's something kind of magical about the energy that comes with throwing yourself full-time into it as well. So, and if you're anything like me, and I am a walking existential crisis, like several times a year I'll stop and think, am I really living my purpose? I've got a real sense of existential dread and not ticking everything off the bucket list before I croak. So yeah, so for me, I'm not someone that's content with saying, okay, I'll just do this job for another 5 years until I've saved enough to be able to leap safely. There's no safe leaping in the entrepreneurs world. Entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, we're a special kind of stubborn, and we want to do life on our terms, and I salute you. So today I'm going to tell you how I cope with leaping into the void. I've got 2 big tips that I want to share with you. So tip number 1, and it's a biggie, they're both biggies really. Tip number 1 is all about mentors and the people that you have around you. So we've all heard this quote about you're the sum total of the 5 people that you hang out with. And I do think there's a lot of truth in it. And this isn't about getting rid of, like break up with your partner because he's not as entrepreneurial as you are. It's not about that sort of thing at all. It's just about getting more community around you in the world that you want to be moving into. So if all of your friends and colleagues and associates now are in the world of your old job, where you're the thing that you're trying to leave, they're not going to be the best people to advise you and to guide you and to cheer you on. For a mixture of reasons, you'll find that there are some people that just don't know how to help despite their best intentions. And then also there are going to be some haters as well. There are going to be some people that on the surface, they might seem like they've got your best intentions at heart when they say stay with the boring job because that's the safe route. But, maybe they're just a little teeny bit jealous underneath the surface that they haven't got the backbone that you have to go get the thing that they want. So be a little bit wary of spending too much time with your old crowd. It's absolutely invaluable to go and get mentorship, just connection and support from a new community of people who are in the world that you want to move into. So if you want to be an author, hang out with some authors. If you want to be a speaker, hang out with some speakers. And I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Mentors don't have to be expensive, paid per hour people that you hire from the internet, like, a guru or someone. It can be anyone that's aspirational to you and that has a bit more experience than you do in the direction you want to move in. Those people can help you. And as I've shared before, for me, a lot of the mentors I've had over the years have been people that I've worked for, which is a double win because I'm getting paid to work for them and I'm learning amazing things from and they're not even trying to teach me. It's just the example they set in the way that they're being. So go and, volunteer if you have to. If you can't afford to hire a mentor and you don't happen to work for someone who is mentor material, volunteer for somebody on the weekend. Go and help people run their workshops. Be the person who stands on the door and checks the tickets on the way in or collects the email addresses on the way out. Just put yourself in that world. Absolutely invaluable. You'll get so much more support, and you'll feel so much more ready when you move into that world because you'll already be connected there. And that's priceless. And my other really, really big tip is about plan B. Now, I know there are some people in the personal development world particularly who are a bit extreme about this and say there is no plan B and there never should be, because you need to dedicate 110% of yourself to the goal that you're trying to achieve. And theoretically, yes, it makes sense. But also we do live in the real world. And as I said at the beginning, we have responsibilities. Maybe we've got kids, maybe we've got fur kids. I've got 3 cats. I want to make sure I can always pay for the vet bills. That's essential. So, not being able to bankrupt myself, I've got to make sure that I can keep the money coming in if I've made the wrong business move. So when I have a plan B, it's not ever an all-consuming plan B, because I do want to put at least like 98.5% of myself into plan A. I want to give it everything I've got. But I do need to have a teeny tiny bit of cognition and reserve to think, what can I do to pivot if something goes wrong? And that ability to pivot is really important in the entrepreneurial world. Any business owner will tell you, if they've projected ahead in their business, if they've done their figures, if they're looking at the money coming in and out, if they see problems months down the line in the future, which you should be projecting this stuff if you're a business owner, then you'll know that you have to pivot early enough to prevent it from destroying your business. And I think it's the same in life. I think having the ability to just forecast and look ahead a little bit, just plan a few months into the future, see the problems when they're coming and pivot, change something, critical and life-changing. And so for me, to give you some real world examples, when I'm currently in a bit of a leap into the void moment right now myself, because I'm leaving behind my old model of doing for people as a freelancer, and I'm becoming very rapidly, I'm about to finish with my last 2 clients, I'm becoming a full-time mentee trainer, and I'm growing a community of solopreneurs that I'm looking after and helping them with their marketing in a group program. So leaping into that, I'm doing my numbers, I'm projecting 3 months ahead, and I know that I'll see a problem coming. And if I see a problem coming, plan B kicks in. And there are lots of little things I can do without having to go back to freelancing, without having to slide backwards and do the thing that I don't want to do, that would take a lot of my energy, take a lot of my time, and would stop me in my tracks. Instead, this is going to be different for everyone, but we've all got skills, and those skills are transferable and they're tradable. You can sell them for money. So in the past, when I've had little hiccups in my old business model, if I need to make a few bucks quick, I go on to Fiverr.com and I sell some of my digital services. I mean, I'm a pretty popular ghostwriter on there, so don't go looking for me. I'm not on there right now, but I've literally dug myself out of a hole twice by ghostwriting for people on Fiverr, because it's actually hard to find a good ghostwriter, and Fiverr makes it really accessible. You only have to put yourself on there for 24 hours and you've already got requests in your inbox. You get paid a few days later. Yeah, they take some fees from you, but basically you can get money in your account within the week. So that's a pretty accessible way of quickly bailing yourself out if you're about to miss your rent. Here's how you catch up. Other things I've done, really random stuff. When I first jumped into the world of freelancing and I didn't yet have enough clients, I filled up the gap in my income by cat sitting. I used a website called catinaflat.com, which is popular here in the UK. And I got a couple of jobs that I could do staying at someone's house to look after their pets while they were on vacation. And while I'm at their house, I'm a work from home person, so I'm on their Wi-Fi with their permission. But I'm doing my work, so I'm on Fiverr or I'm doing my client work, still making money while I'm being paid to be at their house and to feed and cuddle their cats. And for me, being a cat lover, it was absolutely perfect. So what I'm saying is just have a think about what skills have you got. Have you got basic video editing skills and some software? Could you put yourself on Fiverr and offer to make bumpers for people's videos or edit their YouTube videos for them? Could you ghostwrite? Are you a writer? Are you a social media manager? They're always in demand, always. If you're a life coach, if you're struggling to get clients right now, try putting yourself on a website such as coachmefree.com, where you offer 1 or 2 sessions for free as tasters, and then you are allowed to then say to the client afterwards, you've had the Coach Me Free experience. If you'd like to continue with me, this is what I charge. And people do get clients that way, paying clients. Sure, you have to give a bit of yourself for free in advance, but this is just about getting you started. So if you're struggling, if you've leapt and you've scared the hell out of yourself, plan Bs are easy to come by, and you can always pivot back to plan A when you're ready. So those are my 2 big tips for how to survive the big scary leap into the void. I'm going to go get back to my void dwelling because I'm right in the thick of it right now. So I will leave you with that. If you enjoyed this and you'd like to hear more from me, then please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching me on YouTube and you have a question, then feel free, put it in the comments. I will get back to you, and I will see you next time. Bye.